All right, let's get it rolling.
Rolling. Sorry.
What?
Yes! Dude, I'm hungry, but that made me feel better. That was awesome.
That's the start of the podcast. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Talking Movies. My name's Josh.
I'm Fred Durst.
I'm Chris.
I'm Clay.
Well, today
Together
we
we
are
are.
Limp Biscuit, bitch.
We're a crazy family.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
that's where I was headed with that. Either that or somebody to go roll.
I thought we were all about to break into song because it didn't work out.
It's like the fucking what's that show? The Brady Bunch, when they all have the little boxes and they're all like.
Yeah. Anyways, we are a crazy family, and we're talking about Crazy Family this week, which is Chris's pick from 1984.
もうちょっと近くに聞いちゃう。もっともっと。こうやろ。皆さん、我が小林家は永遠に不滅である。
全員精神の病気を患って
Crazy family.
Chris, what is this? Why?
So this is it. You know, it's. I think obviously after you watch it, I'm quite sure going into it, but it is a satire of just kind of just Japanese life and I guess the kind of pressures like Japanese culture kind of puts on itself, I think. But yeah, it's about a family that moves out of. I don't know if it remembers saying where they lived before.
It's kind of implied that they're like in like the ghetto or something.
Yeah, so they
actually.
Yeah, they move up, to a suburban house, and like they're moving into their new house and getting set up, and people start acting weird, and it just kind of escalates and gets weirder and weirder. The grandfather moves in, and yeah.
Yes. And then they dig a hole in the floor.
That's
right.
So this movie is supposed to be satire.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's absurdist.
Yeah.
So okay, I guess I understood that it was absurd, but like I didn't know that it was like I didn't know what I didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yes, I mean yeah, it is a I mean, maybe Japanese satire is slightly different and.
Well, I'm not cultured at all, and I don't understand most things, so like I'm not shocked right now that I'm thinking these things. But like I tried to watch this movie 3 different times, man, and today I made it through like probably 80% of it.
So I figured you've seen some of the director's other stuff.
What is the other stuff that the director's done?
Crazy Thunder Road.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Electric
Burst
Dragon
City or something.
Yeah, Burst City is another one.
So
That
maybe
one's probably up your alley, Randy. I think it's like a punk rock.
yeah, I've seen those ones. Those movies are pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to think about this movie. I don't know that I have a like or dislike feeling towards it. I know that it was very hard to watch the first time I tried it, but I also tried it after a long day at work and it was pretty late. And so I just went, I'm going to start this up later, and I turned it off. I thought maybe I was just too tired to really get into it, but it's a very weird movie with very weird characters. If that's what you're looking for, I mean, definitely check this movie out.
Yeah. So I mean, like it was on, I think, Josh and Clay's watch list.
Yeah, I didn't realize when you picked it that I actually had this on my watch list.
And I knew Randy had seen some of the other stuff the director did. So I was like, I mean, I think this is kooky enough to at least be a good conversation. I mean, I don't know if it's a good movie, but
It's not.
I had a pretty fun time watching it, at least.
So I'll be honest. When you picked it, I was kind of like, not feeling it. I don't know. It's just like kind of not what I've been in the mood for lately. And then I put it on last night and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to like this. And then I started watching it and about 20 minutes in, I was like, oh, this is really good. I like
Nice.
this.
Hell yeah.
And
Okay, I was afraid everybody was gonna hate it.
I thought I was going to be kind of like bored or,
I got you, Chris. I hated it.
Yeah.
I knew at least somebody. I knew everybody wasn't gonna like it. I figured somebody would hate it. I was thinking Josh was gonna be the one that hated it, but
I mean, I didn't actually hate the movie. I just was very confused by a lot of
didn't
it.
finish it.
It was boring to me. I thought it was incredibly boring, but that doesn't mean I hate it. I'm also exhausted right now. If I watch it again in 3 months, there's no telling what I'll think of it.
yeah. I mean, yeah. And if you didn't like, I was expecting something like silly and kind of goofy, but
Yeah.
I don't think I was really ready for the just kind of over the top zaniness of like
Yeah.
nobody acts normal. Like even kind of before they start going weird, like they still don't really act that normal. They don't talk very normal, so it is a little off putting. Because I think it took me a little bit to like kind of get in the tone of it.
Yeah. Well, I would say at first when he's saying that his family's acting crazy, I was like, what are they doing that's that crazy? They're not even like, I mean, they're all a little eccentric characters, but they're all of them are that way. Like you don't see them before, so you don't know what they were like before. But I was like, what are they doing that's that nuts? And it's not till like he goes into his son's room and he's like stabbing his leg. And I'm like, okay, maybe some shit is up.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they're acting a little weird.
Well, I mean, the daughter constantly speaks in third person, so that's a little weird.
Right.
And there's like a scene at the beginning where like they have some people over and like the mom just starts doing this weird strip
striptease
thing to all the guests of the house.
Dude,
so
that was what set it off for me. I thought this movie was amazing, and I have been holding that in my back pocket. Yeah, I thought like initially it kind of lulled a little bit, but there was a point in time when I was watching, I was like, this movie's a masterpiece. And then I was like, no. I was like, back up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
I thought it was
dude.
awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
It
Yeah, I
takes
was
like your full attention, though. Like you have to
Yeah,
watch it.
Yeah, I was pretty into it when I was watching it. I wasn't sure where you were gonna fall on this either, because I know like you probably watch more Japanese stuff than I do, and it definitely is usually raunchier than this, and this doesn't really have any raunchiness.
Yeah, that was awesome about it too.
Yeah, I kind of didn't think you were gonna like it because you don't kind of usually like absurd like silliness.
Yeah.
There are a couple of movies that are almost just like this. Visitor Q is one. That's Takashi Miike. And there's like, it's completely batshit crazy, just like this. And the first time I watched it, I was just like, my God, like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then I was like, well, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And that's kind of like this movie too. I was like, man, they're digging a hole and the guy's losing his mind. You could get into all these metaphors like the white ants and then another thing I thought was really interesting were the way they described the smells in the movie. It almost made me feel sick. Like she's talking about the guy's puke at one point, and I was like, oh God, I feel a little pukey. And that was interesting to me. And there was another smell thing where she was sort of talking about the way the old man smells, right? And I was like,
oh yeah, I remember that.
Grandpa stinks.
Yeah, I didn't really catch the smell thing, but I remember that part at least.
You know, when it started really getting silly, what it reminded me of was like watching a Chevy Chase movie. Like at least in like the first half, it goes a little crazier. It gets like a little extreme towards the end. No, I was thinking like Vacation or like
Vacation.
Yeah, it's like just all the family dynamics and the just like over the top, goofy, silly situations and stuff. It just the tone of it. I was like, oh, this could, and it's in the 80s. It almost felt like it was ripping off one of those types of movies,
And
just
the
like
mom,
in his
like-
Japanese way. Yeah,
Bro, the mom just blew me away. Like the table dance, and then at one point in time, she gets on all fours, she starts barking, and you're like, "What?" Like she's totally out there.
Yeah,
Right.
And then Grandpa's leaving. It's a big tragedy, but the kids are like, and the mom are like, "Yeah, go ahead."
yeah, and the totally rational reason to, you know, extend their house and have Grandpa live in the house is to just dig out a
Dig a
giant
basement.
hole through the. I think once all that stuff started happening, I was definitely like getting on board with
right.
the tone and the silliness. I liked the daughter. Like just anytime the daughter had something to say, I was super interested because I didn't know what the hell she was gonna.
So she won like a lot of awards for this movie, apparently, and
Really?
she was only 13 in the movie. I didn't know that, but I was kind of like, you know, kind of pushing the envelope with some of the scenes here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's Japan in the 80s, I guess.
She went on to be in some other stuff. I saw she was in. Was it Battle Royale or was it one of the other like big?
He's in Mystery Train.
Yeah, and Mystery Train.
Yeah, she's in a few Jarmusch movies.
And she was like a idol or whatever for a while, like a singer.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Okay. That makes sense. That tends to happen a lot.
I was just like clicking on the characters on Letterboxd before we started and looking to see what these people had done. Like the mom has been in some Kurosawa movies, like not one of the late ones, like Dreams, I think she's in.
Okay.
And Kagamusha and like some of the late ones.
Yeah.
And then I saw that the daughter was in the Jarmusch stuff. So
What's
I didn't
the
realize
movie
that.
What's the movie with the Korean people that are like hiding out in the house and then they get found out? It's a recent one. Starts with a P. Parasite. Yeah. Like I feel like Parasite may have like stuff like this and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like I could see a little bit of influence in those movies maybe because they're so random and wacky.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, there definitely is some kind of just zaniness to the. I mean, even though Parasite is fairly serious, like it also is very silly at times too.
Yeah.
That's. I'll say if you like this, you should check out the some of the other stuff, like especially like Crazy Thunder Road was awesome.
I think I bought that. I liked it. It was pretty good. It was pretty fun. But how did you? So they just came out with a new release, right? That's how you came out with this movie. Third Window Films did.
Yeah. This is one of the new third window. I mean, they're always doing.
Do you have any of their other ones?
Oh yeah, I bought a few other ones. I don't remember
Nice.
which ones, but I bought like 3 or 4 of them. So yeah, I say I was on y'all's watch list. I figured.
Yeah, I was like, why is this on my watch list? I can't remember what this is. When I clicked on it, I think I heard somebody talking about it on a podcast or something, and it sounded funny or interesting. And it's probably been like a year ago since I put it on there.
Yeah,
I forgot about it. But I think at the time I probably like you couldn't watch it, and now it's on Shudder. So
yeah,
I noticed that Shudder said Third Window Films or whatever on it too. So it's that same restoration.
Yeah, cool.
You should totally double bill it with the Visitor Q, and just that one's even worse. Like Mike, he's very filthy at times, and it's weird.
Yeah.
I'll have to add that to the watch list because I haven't seen a ton of Mike, but I mean he's got a ton of stuff.
I kind of spun off into some of his stuff for about 2 months or something, and I found some good stuff. Some of it I was very much like, "Ooh, this is crap," but the good stuff is good.
I mean, he's kind of a quantity over quality guy. Like there's
for sure.
he just kind of pumps out, but generally there's some merit to his stuff for the most part.
Didn't he do Ichi, or was it somebody else?
Yeah.
Ichi the Killer is awesome. First Love is
An
great.
Audition.
I don't like Audition.
It's one of the big ones.
Yeah, I don't understand why it was so popular.
because it's good.
Oh, sure.
Clay doesn't like that one either.
Good movie.
I watched it twice, and I mean, I
Fucking
just
boring.
I don't know. Yeah, it
It
wasn't really.
like there's a couple like the premise is cool, but it just doesn't ever really get to where I think I was told it was going to be like really gnarly for some reason. And when I watched it, I expected it to be something that it wasn't, and it just never really. Yeah,
I'll probably
really
give it another shot. It's been a long time since I watched it.
Yeah, I
super
watched it
long time.
probably 2 years ago. It was the last time I watched it, and I was like, man, I think I sold my Blu-ray. I was like, I don't need this. I was going into like a deep Miike thing. I was like trying to buy all his stuff. That's when I rewatched it, and I was like, I thought like, man, I didn't really care for this one. I wonder why. And I thought maybe I just misinterpreted something, or
It was big at the time, partly because it sort of positions itself as like a romance, like a character drama, and then it goes pretty dark. But if you're expecting something really dark and twisted, and you've seen Ichi the Killer, then
I watched Ichi way before I watched Audition. So
then it's
What did you think of that, Randy?
Ichi the Killer is like one of my favorites. I love that movie. Like it's probably like if I had to name like my top 50 movies, it would be somewhere up in the like 40 to 50 range. Maybe not top 50, top 100 at least for sure. Maybe top 50. It's way up there. I love that movie. It's awesome.
We watched it early podcast days, like pandemic times, I think. Yeah.
It's a good pandemic movie.
Fucking love that movie, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I remember liking it, but I remember not loving it. But I don't know. It's
I thought it was okay. Yeah,
we should watch that one on your screen at your house, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I want to watch it again.
I would be pretty shocked if Josh liked that movie, but I like it a lot.
I liked it, but I'm kind of like 50-50 on it. I like Audition quite a bit more. That's more my speed.
Yeah, no. If I had to pick one of those for each of us to take home, I would definitely give you Audition and take Ichi the Killer for sure. And then if somebody argued, I'd be like, well, then you don't know us very well because I don't think he'd pick Ichi the Killer over Audition. That'd be fucking weird to me.
Yeah.
So did you make it to the end, Randy, when like the family starts like fighting each other?
Yeah.
In the house? Okay, because that's kind of one of the things I thought you would really like because like,
dude, by that point I was so checked out that I was like literally I was just like trying to not turn it off.
Like she puts like a lamp on her like shoulders and they just have this like weirdest like piecemeal and I was like it just had me cracking up at the end. Like
I felt like the movie ended 3 times. Like there was like, oh, it's gonna end. Oh wait, they're under the bridge now, and then it was like, oh, it's gonna end. No wait.
I have come to the conclusion that I just simply don't like the same movies that y'all like typically. Like I just don't.
Come on.
No. I'm not saying that's like necessarily a bad thing. I just it's so frequent that all 3 of y'all either like something or really enjoy it a lot, and I'm like, or it's like flip-flopped. I like something and y'all are like, that shit was terrible. I'm like, But I figured I'd say it happens enough to where I'm like, it's kind of doesn't really surprise me anymore.
Yeah, I figured this would be kind of polarizing that y'all would either probably like it or hate it.
I'm surprised Josh likes it, but what do I know?
I mean, you know I'm gonna like it. It's freaking Japanese, man. I mean, that's my jam. So I mean, not the only reason, but shit. I mean,
that's the only reason, Clay. You can't have another reason.
I have a whole freaking catalog dedicated to it, and it's just I don't know, man. It's my flavor. I like it just totally absurd sometimes, and I like last night I was feeling in that mood because the market's all over the place, and my job's all over the place. I'm watching these people. I'm like, somehow this makes sense to me right now.
Life feels a little absurd. Yeah.
So, you know.
It's on Shudder.
But no, I get it, man.
If it stays on Shudder, I'll probably give it a rewatch at some point. I don't know. It was tough to watch though, man. I'll give you that. Like I probably paused it 4 times. I made dinner. I came back. I took a shower. And, you know, it was a process.
Really?
It wasn't like I just powered through it. And
I felt like it was too long. If it was like 20 minutes shorter, I probably would have been able to like digest it better.
I would agree with that. It is a tad too long, I think.
Maybe not 20 minutes, but 10, 15 minutes.
Under the Bridge was like, I was like, man, wrap it up. Just wrap it up. Under the Bridge.
See, I really liked the ending, but I do feel like the pace, there's like too much of a good thing. It's like it needed to go out a little earlier. When you go this manic for that long, it can be a little exhausting.
Totally agree with that. Totally agree.
So if you're going something like that tone, you just gotta get in and get out. But
sorry.
But
yeah,
I
the intensity is man.
I really liked it, and I was expecting to be a little like having a little bit of a hard time watching it, and I found it really pretty easy to watch for the most part. So I was surprised.
You're welcome. I made you sit through so much fucking terrible shit in the last few years. You've come around on a little more like avant-garde, weird, silly shit. I feel like 2-3 years ago, there's no way you would have fucking liked this movie.
I don't know if 2 or 3 years ago I would have liked this movie. So
yeah.
Awesome.
I generally like really silly, absurd comedy. Like that's my flavor of comedy.
But you like comedy with more of a point or something like. I mean, you don't like the hot tub time machines.
No,
stuff like that. Like, there's no point to that. It's just dumb and like toilet humor, I guess.
I don't like toilet humor.
Yeah,
You
like stuff that at least has like, maybe something to say at the end of the day.
What were they saying in this one then?
It's a lot about just Japanese society and culture, and the pressure, like the son, like studying too hard and putting all the pressure on himself to study and do whatever the hell else he was doing.
It's about family dynamics. So like it is just like a ramped up version of like what it feels like to have a family. Like sometimes your kids just do weird shit, and you're like, what's going on? I fully related to it.
Yeah, I think the problem I was having is that none of the characters, like not one character in this movie did I like at all. Like all of them annoyed the shit out of me. And so I think that for that reason I was like looking for somebody. And at one point I thought, you know what? I think I can get on board with the grandpa because he's kind of an old head, right? And then I was like, no, he's fucking annoying, man. Like he just drives me nuts. And he's manipulating these people and like, I don't know. But whatever. I don't really give a shit, honestly.
It feels like so much like when your in-laws or your parents come over and they're just like kind of being moochy and
force themselves into your life.
Yeah, and just grating your nerves,
Well, even my life on like every level is so different from normal because I don't even have that. Like my dad's died when I was young, so my wife doesn't have like father-in-law around. Like my mom's around a little bit, but her parents don't. Her dad doesn't live here. Her mom's in Australia. It's like I don't even have I don't even know. I never had grandparents, so I don't know what any of that shit's like really. So I just look at these people and go, "Fuck, they're annoying." Mm-hmm. But if I had different experiences, you can relate different ways. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. I don't know. I just didn't really care for any of the characters, but whatever. I have such limited time right now. I think that's part of what it is that I was like, "Fuck, I'd rather be watching something else, man."
Yeah. I definitely understand that because I've been kind of feeling the same way too. Like I haven't really been wanting to watch a lot of stuff, and like if I do watch something, I want to kind of like be sure I'm not wasting my time.
Right.
So I definitely get that.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I worry about that when I pick movies. I'm like, oh God, like I hope people. I really want people to like it.
Yeah, like I got finished watching this. I was like, should I pull the plug on it or should I go forward with it?
I could tell when you were talking to me about it.
Yeah, I think like
it almost made me like ask you like, what's up with this movie, bro? 'Cause I hadn't watched it yet.
I'd finished it when you came over.
Well, if y'all hadn't noticed, I've picked kind of like not generic, but like more like widely
populist.
Movies the last few times because I'm not trying to like, man, I'm not bringing shit to the table that's like my shit because y'all aren't going to like it. And I know that. And I'm not going to force you guys to watch some shit that I like, knowing that you're not going to like it. Like, I have no desire to do that shit.
I mean, it could be like your shit, but maybe high quality your shit, right? I mean,
my shit is not high quality, sir. I'm okay with that. You have
some top of the top shelf, like Randy stuff, right?
Yeah, but it's stuff that they're not going to be. Maybe Chris, but Josh ain't going to like the stuff that I like this like high quality. Like, and then some of it that he does like, we've already watched it. Like, Parasite would be a great example. Like, I love that fucking movie. I would dip back into Parasite, but like, why are we going to watch that again on the show? So, but like, that's why I'm digging for some like classics, like Heat and shit. Like, I'll rewatch Heat.
I know I'm torn right now looking at my picks. I'm like, fuck. Like, I hope I pick something that's not a big waste of time.
Well, whenever we get done with this, I have something cool to say about something I watched later in the week that Josh will be like kind of surprised by, I would imagine.
Okay.
So
cool.
I want to rewatch this one of these days. Probably. It definitely was weird enough to where I was like, all right, maybe it's just me right now.
Yeah, I think in a different frame of mind, I could see you enjoying it, under the right circumstance. Knowing what you're in for and say in the mood for something silly.
Well, the last like 6 months, I've had to like I'm doing like a bunch of like really deep dive record review stuff, and I've learned that like one watch isn't always enough. One listen isn't almost ever enough. Like I've had to listen to stuff like we did some stuff with a band called The Replacements. They're like this, I don't know, 80s, 90s like rock and roll.
They're a big band.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, right? But like when I first listened to it, I really actively disliked it. But after like 3 or 4 listens, I was like, okay, there's like half the songs on this the sound that I actually kind of like. That so rewatching this movie is not an impossibility to me. It's not even that far from like likely, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just glad not everybody hated it.
No, I when I got to the end of the movie, I was like, wow, that was really good. I'm really surprised by that.
Dude, I'll be honest. When we started this, I was like, dude, finally a movie that we're all gonna dislike.
I can see you getting a little dejected.
I was like,
you
were like, oh, I was like, fuck, man. Like, I feel like I'm like a contrarian by accident half the time. I'm like, man, I did not. I almost said I liked it just to fucking be like, go team, go. Corvor.
Man,
when the grandfather came out in his war uniform, I fully lost it. I was like, this is awesome. He just went
I've been thinking about buying so many third window films, and I'm so hesitant because I've bought, if you're buying a foreign movie, there's not a lot of foundation that you can rely on in terms of like reviews or anything. You're taking a total gamble, right?
Yeah.
And I've bought a bunch of movies where you're like, oh, this sucks, and I dropped $40 on it.
I've seen a lot of 2-star letterbox reviews for some.
Even I've done that with some of my stuff.
This is a breath of fresh air. I was like, man, maybe I should look into the third window stuff because maybe it doesn't all suck, right?
I bought like 3 or 4 Visual Vengeance Blu-rays, and they're like $32 plus tax and shipping, so they're close to $40. And I got 2 of them, and they were awesome. So I was like, fuck yeah! So I just bought a few more, and then I got like 3 in a row that were like dud. And I was like, no, this is so much money. And like, if it's bad enough for me to be like, this is low quality and it sucks, like that's pretty bad because I like some like real garbage fucking movies, dude.
That's
so
awesome.
Well, like Vinegar Syndrome's the same way. Like I gotta watch Vinegar Syndrome and love it, and then like you said, watch freaking 3 or 4 more, and them all suck.
Those are expensive too.
Yeah, so I try to
have one.
I try to curb my like Vinegar Syndrome, like on their sales and stuff. Like, I should.
They make really nice stuff, like
stuff
and like high quality, but most of it is like real bottom of the barrel.
Yeah,
super bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, it's like we're scraping the barrel, guys.
I think Mondo Macabro scrapes the barrel a little bit, but they have like you could watch it. Not some Vinegar Syndrome is straight garbage, man.
Yeah. Visual Vengeance has started dipping into like Asian films, and they got Kung Fu Rascals, which I knew was a good one.
Oh, that's right.
This one's really good, but like, for like a little while, they were dropping stuff that I was really into their stuff that was like so bad that I was like, dude, you have to like this because there's only one reason these people are making these movies is because they wanted to make a movie. But then it got into like the territory of like, you could tell they were trying to be a good filmmaker, but just weren't. And I was like, okay, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like, I want like actual like gum on my shoe type shit. I want like, but like not something that's so there's a few, I got a few that are okay. Kung Fu Rascals, and there's also that one God, I was looking for the one that I saw the other day. It's
like Bloody Muscle.
Oh God, that shit's amazing.
Or something.
Okay, Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder from Hell is amazing. And then like Necrophiles is with a little flying baby. You can see the string attached to it. The Necrophiles is amazing, bro. Like Josh, that's the kind of shit Josh wouldn't like. I would be shocked. I would be happy but shocked. But Sharkula, that's my jam, bro.
Yeah, bloody whatever muscle builder. That one's pretty fun.
That's awesome, bro. It's like they call it Evil Dead or Japan's Evil Dead or some shit.
Yeah,
and I'm like, why? It doesn't. I don't understand like the correlation.
Yeah, it's very Evil Dead 1.
Is it? I don't know, man.
But worse, but still kind of fun. It's fun. I think I gave it like a 3 or something like that. So it's it's not, it won't knock your socks off or anything, but it's a fun time.
You can it can be a 3-star shitty movie and still be like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I get
But,
those.
Those are my movies. That's my point.
The Mermaid Legend I watched not too long ago. That was a third window. So
Oh yeah.
I think this is my second one I've watched at least, and been good so far. So
Nice, man.
Nice. Well, good pick, man. I liked it.
I'm
I thought
happy.
it was awesome.
I was worried, but I'm happy.
I'm also like a new homeowner, so I related to that part too. Like he's like worried about everything in the house. Like, oh no, there's termites. Like, I really do.
8 feet down in the soil, right?
Yeah.
We gotta go get him out of here.
Man, I was
He's
looking for that
burning the
movie.
house down.
I wanted to tell you what it was because it was actually quite good. I'll send y'all a picture later, but I can't find it. But it's another like visual vengeance one that's like pretty solid. It's like it's like if you mixed up like some 90s television sci-fi X-Files mixed with like Indiana Jones mixed with Supernatural, but like make it like a daytime TV show. That's what you get.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's
like a soap opera.
sort of. Dude, it's so bad, man. I loved it so much, dude.
Man.
I watched it like 3 times, bro. I wish I could remember the fucking name of it, man. It was so good. Anyways,
Did you ever watch Seventh Curse? It's I think like Hong Kong.
let me look at
Dude, I own that movie. I've never watched it.
Dude, it's got
You didn't
so
watch
much.
it?
It's got a lot of bad stuff in it, but it's so much fun. It's a lot of like flying around with strings and like weird.
Oh, dude, that movie is amazing. Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah.
That movie's so good.
See, that's the kind of shit that I'm looking for. I wish maybe I will revisit this movie later on down the line, but I thought it was really boring, and y'all are like tripping out on it and saying it was like so funny and stuff. And I don't know, maybe I'm just too tired.
Also, I was maybe expecting it to be a little more of a horror movie, and it's really not. It's more of a.
There's a little bit of that
Drama?
in my expectations
So
as
if you
well.
were expecting like crazy and like bloody or something, then you're gonna be let down. But
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit of that too.
yeah,
Didn't bother me.
right. No, yeah. When he tries to poison his whole family, I'm like, oh shit.
Weed killer or something.
It was the termite.
Termite poison.
Termite.
Yeah. I mean, there was like I would think the grandpa gets stabbed with something. There was one little.
Yeah. It was like you never feel like anyone's actually in danger because of the tone of it. Like at the end of the day, they're all gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that. I mean, the grandpa does like kidnap the daughter and say he's going to like assault her at one point.
Jesus.
And then
I was like,
I'm saying it was like a little too far.
and then the son kind of gets on board there for a second.
Yeah. I feel like that's a Japanese flavor.
Yeah, they definitely take that a little differently.
Visitor Q is consistent with that whole theme too. So
Yeah, I kind of know what that's about a little bit. Yeah,
like if you're pushing to extremes, like what's more extreme than that kind of crazy shit?
right.
Yeah, they just kind of go like straight there in Japan. Like I think America likes to like dance around it and not really talk about it or acknowledge it, but Japan's just yeah.
Yep. Fun movie though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. We'll talk about what we watched this week, but let's get the pick for next week out of the way. Clay,
Man,
what you got?
I was gonna go fantasy, but I know that's not a good thing.
That's Josh's favorite subgenre.
I know.
Hey.
And I think the movie I was gonna pick is far higher quality than the one I think I'm going to pick now.
Oh no.
But hey,
Go
whatever.
for it.
I'm gonna pick a movie called Donnybrook. It's Donny.
I've heard of this.
Donnybrook. I've told you guys about it a few times.
Okay.
It's got Margaret Qualley in it, Frank Grillo.
Okay.
Anything she's in, I'll check out at least once.
Yeah, I've come across this a few times, I think. Never seen it though.
Yeah. I know it's not going to be a big hitter in terms of views and all that, but I think it's going to be a movie that we can talk about a bit. It's pretty dark. I just want to see. It's not going to blow your mind or anything for sure, but hopefully it'll be something we can all enjoy.
I'll watch Margaret Qualley.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Cool. Donnybrook. All right. Randy, you said you had some stuff that you watched this week.
Okay, so I have a real parent of the year moment here, guys. So I was sitting on the couch with Parker, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, you want to watch a movie?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I was like, what do you want to watch?" And then, of course, he said what all kids say, repeats the same thing. I want to watch Scary Clown Guy. And I was like, "Bro, we're not watching. I'm not doing that again. I've watched it too many times at this point." And so then I'm scrolling through Amazon, and he goes, "I want to watch that one." And I was like, "No." And he picked out It, like the new modern It. And I was like,
"Oh."
And I was like, "Dude, we're not watching this shit. You're going to have nightmares for fucking 6 days." And so then I go to something else, and we start watching something else. And he literally just goes, "Dad, I really want to watch the Scary Red Clown Guy." And I went, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm calling your bluff. Turn it on." And so we're sitting there, and we're watching it. And literally at one point, he starts grabbing me and going, "Dad, I forgot to close my eyes." He was like, "I'm so scared." And then we proceeded to watch all of It and all of It Chapter 2.
Whoa.
Yes. And he was like, "Okay, I'm going to bed," and just went to sleep. Like, bro, it
no problem.
not even phase at all. What I thought that you would find interesting is that reevaluating It Chapter 1. I can't remember what I said. I know it when we first watched it, I didn't like it. Yeah. I can't remember what I said like in between now and then, or then and now. But watching it with him, I guess I really, really enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, Chapter 2, I still think is a stinker, but the first one was fucking way better than I remembered it being. Maybe it's because I was watching it with him, so I'm like basically watching him the whole time. But yeah, man, they're long movies, but it was better than I remembered it being.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I tried to watch that with Natalie, and she lasted about 5 minutes until the kid gets pulled into the storm drain, and then she was like, "I don't want to watch this anymore."
Dude, no, it scared the pants off that little motherfucker. But he's like, that's my little trooper, bro. I think he's like more into horror already than Bricken is. He's already like, "No, I want scary." He's like, I want scary. But then he'll like, I think I even have a photo of him watching it, and I look over at him, and he's sitting like this. You can see the TV light on him. He's got chocolate milk in one hand. He's got his dog in his arm, and he's wearing a fucking sleep mask. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm watching it my way." And I was like, "Good job, buddy." Like, but he's a little horror fan, bro. I couldn't believe he watched it. I was flabbergasted, dude. Like,
it's fun to see horror through a kid's eyes, though.
Oh, he thinks it's all real, which I think is awesome. And he's like, "Did you see that guy? He's so scary and big." I'm like, "Well, he's not real." He goes, "How do you know?" I'm like, "Never mind. He's terrifyingly real. He's very real."
It kind of renews, like it makes you remember like how you used to feel
right.
when you were young, like when it really used to get under your skin. Like it's so hard to get that now, but seeing it through their eyes, it's like, okay, yeah, it does work. Like this is good for kids.
Well, Parker had a little flashlight today, and he was like shining it. You know how we live in a raised house, so there's the vents are on the floor,
right?
And he had a little flashlight. He was like walking around with it, and I saw him, and he was like squatted down, and he was looking in the vent, and I went, "Hey, Georgie," and he goes, and he looked at me, and I was like, "That was me," and he goes, "Okay," and you could just tell he was like, "I don't know if I believe you." And I was like, "Oh, damn it. Why did I do that?" I was like, "God damn it. Like I go too far. Like I can't just."
I was doing that to Natalie too. Like,
okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only asshole.
and it was like too much. Like she got really scared by it, but I kept doing it because I couldn't help it. Like, "Do you want a balloon?" Like, so I hide around the corner or something.
Parker likes balloons a lot, and I think this might have messed him up on balloons. Like, yeah, he loves balloons. Every time we go to a grocery store, he gets a balloon. Like but his favorite color is black, so he gets black ones. But like, I almost brought him home a red balloon from HEB today, and I was like, "No, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to be that guy." But the part that scared him the most was the part whenever Skarsgård is sitting in that room putting on the white makeup, and he's like drooling a little bit. Yeah, that scared Parker. He goes, "Okay, this guy's too scary," and I was like, "Oh, dang, that's so scaring you, huh?" and it was interesting.
He's behind you.
No, I thought I heard the door open. I thought it was going to be one of the big kids. It's only 8:45 though, 9:00.
Oh, yeah.
It feels late, dude. I'm tired these days. I've been working way too many hours.
Yeah, but yeah, Maddie is not going to be my horror kid. So, Austin's only one, so hopefully he'll get there at some point.
I think Parker's only interested in a couple kinds though. He doesn't like slasher movies. He'll watch them, but he doesn't care. He falls straight asleep. So
he's pretty young. Like,
yeah,
you got.
Oh no, I definitely probably shouldn't be like watching this stuff with him, but.
And Bricken watches that. He likes it.
Yeah, I bought him. I pre-ordered him a Terrifier video game that came out, like Terrifier the Arcade.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's like a little beat 'em up type. It's like Super Nintendo graphics and stuff. But I just thought like that would be a fun thing for us to sit down and play. I hope it's like ultra bloody so people can complain about it. Why are you letting kids have this? Fuck off. I hate people, dude. Yeah.
Well, I'll go real quick because I actually did watch a few things. I watched all of season 1 of Severance. It's great.
Is it really as good as everybody says it is?
It's really good. I really like it. I know, not Clay's thing. I thought it was. I thought it was really, really good.
Okay.
I think it's good. I think it is good, but I definitely don't think it's like top shelf TV. And like season 2, to me, I was like, man, we're back in this fucking office now again. Like we just did a whole season of that shit. I don't want to see mint colored walls right now. Like, and so like I think it progresses a bit. I think I got to like episode 2 of season 2, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I can see how it's not it might not be your thing.
What's it about? It's got a good cast.
It's pretty cool. Go ahead, Josh. Sorry.
So it's about like bureaucracy, basically. So this character, you don't even know. I didn't even know what it was about when I watched the first episode. So part of the thing that got me into it was like the first episode kind of slowly reveals it. This guy goes to work, comes home every day. It's very boring, like office setup, right? What you find out is it's a like fully sci-fi premise. Like this guy has had this procedure called severance, where when he gets in the elevator to go to his floor, it switches to a different part of his brain, and he does not remember his outside self. They're completely separated. So there's a version of him that is always at work, and a version of him that is always like outside of work.
Okay.
And they are like mutually exclusive. They don't know.
So they don't, he doesn't know what he does. He doesn't know what his job is. He has no idea what he does for the company.
But he knows he goes to a place and has a job that he doesn't know about.
He goes to work every day. He gets in the elevator, and then the next thing he remembers, he's getting out of the elevator and leaving work.
So it's like going under for surgery. You just go, what?
Yes. So he has just like gaps in his memory. But for the other version of him, he's always at work. So he is in prison in this reality.
That sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah. Exactly. So he's trapped at work. You never get to go to sleep. I mean, he does go to sleep because it is one person, but his consciousness is separated.
Yeah, but that part of him never gets to experience the sleep. Like it's
exactly. And so the first episode, it's not the main character.
So this is hell, Clay. He's Catholic.
Basically, it's the ultimate bureaucracy. You're trapped in your job.
The work is like, click all these numbers on a screen.
Yeah, it's super absurd. Like
click them again.
It's a weird show. It's a weird show. Like they don't even know what their job really is. They're like, they sit at these like old school like cathode ray computer screens, and they're clicking these numbers, but they don't know what it's for. Basically. It's really
I'll have to give
weird.
it a shot. I wanted to watch that new one with about the Christian people.
Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that because I like the people that are in that.
I started that, man. I'm 2 episodes in. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I got a few episodes into the second season. I really like it, and like I think what I realized what I like about it is it's super fast paced. Like they just like they do stuff, and it just jumps from thing to thing. So like they'll set up something, and then they'll reference it later, and then there's all the, like it's very like I decided I think that I really don't like things that just like kind of like what Clay said about like the second season and Severance to say in the same exact thing. Like I think that kind of bugs me too. So yeah, I really like Righteous Gemstones because it's just
I'll
it's
check both of them out. They both
it's-
sound interesting.
it's goofy and it's dumb, but like yeah, it's super fast paced and it's always moving and it's always doing something interesting. I think.
Scratches that ADHD itch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
Oh,
hanging
dude,
out
the
with
first episode, I was like, I've seen, balls in my face. I've seen crazy things like big drug parties. And I was just like, dude, this is just the first episode, huh?
Wait, Righteous Gemstones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is where I separate from the
Yes.
group. Like this is what you guys will like, and I'm over here with Seven.
You were just saying you liked wacky absurd humor, but not wacky absurd humor. When
but
it's
it's
just
but like you said, I
dumb
don't like
for-
I don't like dumb toilet humor, which
Yeah.
is exactly what Danny McBride does.
pretty much.
Fucking love that guy.
Pretty much.
Love him.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I watched a thing with him talking about like how he got started and all this, and it's really interesting, dude. Like, that guy's whole career is just it's accident. His whole career is like a complete fucking fluke.
Really?
Yeah. So
What is
weird,
it? What's
man.
the scoop there? Like,
He just like it was just an accident. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I think he like intended to try to do some small time stuff, never really planned on doing anything big, and then like fell into a couple of roles that
No,
really
that's awesome.
should never have been as big as they were. But like somebody accidentally got a copy of that one where where he was like the karate instructor. They filmed it. They put it on DVD. It got no love. And then somebody accidentally had it in their possession. And then they ran into an executive who was like, "Oh, what's that?" And then they were like, "Oh, it's this thing." And they gave it to them. And it was just like a fluke. And then he got into basically the short version is like he does all these things for all these years with nothing coming out of it, right? And then all of a sudden he says that he just comes to this realization. He starts looking around and he's like, Robert Downey Jr., Ben Stiller, Jack Black. He's like, what the fuck am I doing here? And he's like, why am I even here? Like he's like, so I roll with it, man. He's like, I fuck with it
just
because
lean into it.
yeah. He's like, I shouldn't be here anyways. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like,
What
all
did you
the stuff
see that on?
YouTube somewhere. Just
Oh,
popped up.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll just look for
Yeah,
it.
he seems like a super cool guy, just down to earth, normal. Like, yeah, doesn't take himself seriously at all.
Honestly, he's like all his characters are basically him.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. that's what
he's
it
like,
he- I mean, I'm sure that's probably what turns Josh off too. Is like,
right.
they're all this. He's
Like,
the same exact person and everything.
I've been a
he
big
does,
fan of
but-
his since Hot Rod. That movie is like legit. If I had to name like my top 10 comedies, Hot Rod's probably on that list. It's and like
I like
That
how-
is an awesome movie.
I love that
is-
fucking movie.
Dude, my
Like, when
kids and I used to watch that and just roll. It was
when
so
that guy comes outside and then he beats the shit out of the guy and takes his hat and he goes, "This is my hat. This is totally my hat." I've literally done that before. Like, I was like, "Oh my god, this is my people," and he hits him with that fucking like cone. I was like, "Yes."
Yeah. So I watched Eastbound and Down. I think was the first thing I saw of him, and just how just utterly ridiculous and like I don't know.
That's my
works,
guy, bro.
Works for me.
Danny McBride's like,
Well, you
he's
got to
like
get
that.
into some gemstones then, Randy.
I will. I didn't know he was in it until recently.
Yeah.
I like Walt. Is Goggins
Juan
in that
Goggins.
too?
Walt
Yeah.
Goggins and
Oh,
John.
man. That's my
John
guy,
Goodman.
dude.
Yeah, John Goodman's awesome in it too.
Oh, John Goodman's in that shit.
Yeah.
I just
don't-
heard it was good. I didn't hear about who was in it, so that's okay. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah,
It's wild though. It's wild.
I don't like the Workaholics guy, but he's fine in the show, I guess.
Which one is in it?
Adam?
The pretentious
Adam
little dorky guy.
Divine, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
no, the little singer guy. He sings. Yeah, he sings. He's in
He
all those
sings?
singing
Okay.
movies. Yeah, he sings.
Okay.
Like he sings like real well, like for real, for real. Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he's
Anyway.
annoying to me.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying to me too. I don't.
He was like a wedding movie one time. God, what movie was that?
I know what
Did
you're
they
talking
I
find-
think
about.
I think I know what you're talking about.
That
Wedding-
movie was
something
so
wedding dates.
funny. Yes, God, that movie was funny.
Yeah,
He is annoying though.
I think I saw
he's
that
supposed
movie.
to be.
He's annoying
supposed to
in his film and in all of his characters, but like in real life, I've watched a couple of his interviews. He seems like he's a pretty cool dude. But
Yeah, I think you'll like Righteous Gemstones because like they're not making fun of religion at all, really. Like, but
I mean, religion's pretty ridiculous. So I mean, I'm not worried about them making fun
Mega
of it.
churches are ridiculous.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
But
Yeah.
yeah, they're definitely poking fun at the just hypocrisy behind the the giant mega church thing. So I think you'll like it.
Cool.
Yeah. I watched Mickey 17 if I could jump into that.
Oh, I want to watch that. Was it good?
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was definitely, I had no idea what it was about. And I liked it enough to like really stay with it. It's super dystopian, like Snowpiercer or something like that. I mean, it's just dark and cold. And this guy dies repeatedly. He's reprinted. They just implant his memories into a new printed body and brain, basically. And then they kind of use him for like utility a couple times, and he dies for like the company and shit. And then they experiment with him a couple times, and it's just like it's understood that that's his job, right? It's wild, but it also kind of like had like a lot of introspection on it. It's got some like a spiritual, if you will, kind of message. You could look for it, but it's a good movie, man. It was a little long, but Robert Pattinson does a good job. He's in accent again for some freaking reason. But
I heard he has a weird accent in that.
Yeah, it's like a kind of a nasally New Yorky kind of weird. I don't know what he was working on with that, but it was good. It was watchable.
Yeah, we have a bad history with Robert Pattinson accents on this show.
Yes, we do.
I don't think that episode ever came out.
It did not.
What happened?
The devil all the time.
Oh God! Yeah,
his
amazing fucking southern
accent.
Yeah,
southern accent.
He definitely has a weird, kind of like Tom Hardy. He's definitely got a weird accent.
Tom Hardy has a very weird accent.
Yeah.
I tried to watch Devil All the Time a couple times, man. I couldn't watch it. Is that so? What happened on the episode? Did it became archived forever?
Brandy and I got into a shouting match.
Oh yeah, I genuinely, sincerely don't remember a single second of that.
I don't remember. I mean, it was definitely like stemmed from the accents. I think was.
I think I hated it. Josh was just poking at me about it, and I just was like, "Fuck you," something like that. Probably that's probably what happened.
We don't need to dig up old archives, but.
Yeah, it was an unreleased episode.
Well, there was a while there where like no matter what we talked about, Josh and I just could not get along about anything. Like everything we disagreed on everything, and I think both of us were highly stressed out about like outside of this shit, like life shit, and we were just poking each other like constantly. We argued a lot for a while.
Yeah, we got
still kind of do
skin. A little bit. Now we're just like, if you like opposite of me, it's okay.
It took a while. Cocaine, anyone? No, I'm playing. Wish that's what it's clear, people. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I want to watch Mickey 17. I was happy to see you give it a positive review, Clay. So
I forgot it was even coming out, and then it popped up on like Amazon, like in theaters at home type shit. And I was like, oh, I forgot about that movie. And I still haven't gotten to watch the one with the girl that was in Heretic that she plays like the robot chick.
Companion.
I still haven't got to watch Companion yet, so I'm waiting to watch that one.
Yeah, I never watched that either. I still want to.
It's okay. I watched Novocaine last night with Jack Quaid.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad. It was extremely average. I think, and maybe it's me though, because a lot of reviews were like, "This is so funny," and I'm like, "Man, I've seen this movie 20 times before. It is just super generic." But
yeah,
I didn't really commit to it fully.
Yeah, I was hearing good things about it, but it looks real dumb to me.
It is just average as can be.
Oh, that one looked real stupid to me. That's the one where he doesn't feel pain or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, that shit looked dumb as fuck, bro. I was like, oh man, come on, dude. This guy's starting to be in everything, and I don't like him to begin with. So
Really?
Well, like,
yeah,
so you don't feel pain.
He's got a punchable face, man.
Looks like.
So you don't
then-
feel pain that this. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say you don't feel pain. That doesn't mean you necessarily want to just wreck your body up intentionally, and that's kind of like what happens in this movie. I'm like, nobody's doing like, yeah. If you look down and you see, damage, you're not gonna be like, "Bruh, I didn't feel that." Like you would be like, oh my god, like there's damage. My hand is messed up, right? I care about that because I care about living. So this movie was sort of like it didn't make sense in that regard. So. Sorry.
Whoever this Amber Midthunder girl is, though, she might be worth watching this movie for.
The girl from Prey. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
She was at the horror convention one time, I think.
Yeah, when we went to Dallas,
so.
she was there.
Yeah.
Wow, she looks way different now, or to me. Okay, yeah, shit, that is her. Cool. That's what's up. She's pretty lady.
Yeah.
I also watched a couple other things. I
Ain't
watched
no fucking way.
What do you mean?
I'm just.
I watched stuff. Sorry. Actually had a little bit of.
What if he was like, "Oh, never mind."
I've been
then.
working a lot, so like this weekend, I just sat down on my ass and just watched TV.
That's
so
what
I watched the
There
whole
you go.
TV show. They put that comedy called One of Them Days on Netflix. It's
Which ones? Oh, that's the like Chicks Friday.
yeah, it's Friday
Yeah.
with two black girls.
How was that?
I thought it was pretty funny. It's like a studio comedy, so it follows a formula. It's not crazy,
Fine with
but
that.
Tori and I sat down and we laughed all the way through it. I thought it was
Nice.
fun.
I thought about watching it a couple times, man. Just a good comedy just to have on and feel.
If you like something like Friday, I don't see why you wouldn't like it. It's funny. I thought it was Cat Williams keeps showing up in it. He's like a homeless
Hell
guy.
yeah.
And every like 10 minutes he shows up in the background and just says something funny. I'm like
Cat Williams is my guy. Yeah.
He's really funny.
I love that guy.
He's good.
I've always thought Keke Palmer was really pretty. So
Yeah.
she is, and she's like the main actor in it. She's good.
I always thought she was real like she's got like a very classically like very pretty face. I was always like, dang man, her smile's nice.
Right.
It's if you get somebody with a nice smile, it make you want to watch the shit that they're in. Regardless.
She was in the Jordan Peele movie, right? The Alien movie.
That's where that I was like, man, I know she was in something that I liked fairly recently.
Nope. Yeah.
That movie, I need to get a copy of that, man. I want to watch that again. I liked it.
I actually bought it and I haven't watched it since we watched it in the theater.
I should come over and watch it with you, dude. I like that movie. That was a really good one. I've seen it like 3 times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I liked
watched
it
again. It was good. It was
because like one night I was up all night not feeling very well, and I was like, I need something like comfort food movie, and I was like, you know what, that one wasn't too high octane, but it was good. And I put it on. And I watched the whole ass movie, thinking I was going to take a nap during it, and I was like, "Fuck, that was a good movie." It's just like you feel for the people in it, and then it also gets like really interesting. Like it's like I think Jordan Peele is like I think he's a little overrated personally, but I also still think he's really good. Conflicting, I guess, but
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I feel similarly.
He was able to take a sort of tried and true premise of alien invasion or whatever, and throw a new twist into it too. It was kind of a unique idea. I liked it.
The giant vacuum vagina alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably his best. I don't know if it's best movie, but it's my favorite of his movies.
It's my favorite. I'm not gonna. Never mind. Yeah. Jordan Peele.
So Accountant 2, if y'all don't know, opens on the 15th. I think they're doing like
the
Accountant 2.
What's that?
Ben Affleck.
Wait, there's a second one of those. That movie was awesome.
I don't know. It's very quietly being released.
Yeah, that worries me. Like they're barely advertising it, and it's been a long time since the first one.
John Bernthal's in this?
He was in the first one.
I haven't seen it in ages, dude.
Yeah, I never saw the first one.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I liked it.
It was good.
It's been a while though.
Yeah, he shows up at like sort of at the end of the first movie, I think. And I believe
that's the big reveal. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's his brother or something, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Fuck, I have to watch that one again. That was a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good
I
movie.
love the movie. I saw it in a theater and I thought it was terrible. And my kids and I were just
Oh, really?
rolling, making fun of it. And then I watched it again and I was like, this is actually a really good movie.
Because he's like autistic or whatever.
Yeah.
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 Dude, Ben Affleck's one of those guys that, like, I don't care how many people hate him. I love Ben Affleck, dude.
You really like reindeer games too. I put that on my
Fuck
list.
yeah, dude. Reindeer Games is
Talking
awesome.
about reindeer games.
Ben Affleck's the bomb in Phantoms, too.
He is the bomb in
Yep.
Phantoms.
I like Ben Affleck.
I like that heist movie he did is probably like the second best heist movie ever made. Like, it's fucking almost as good as Heat, at least in my opinion.
Town.
The town.
Yeah, dude, that movie's
Yeah.
fucking
Really?
amazing.
Yeah,
Town's
dude,
awesome.
That is like
good.
almost as, dude, honestly, on any given day, I could rather watch that than Heat because I've seen Heat 1,000 times. So, like, like that's a great twofer, man. Like that, it is probably the second greatest heist movie I've ever seen for me.
That's
The
saying
book-
a lot
the
because your
book-
thing is heist movies.
Well, also, The Town, if I'm not mistaken, that was a book, right? Is that the one that was a book? Hold on. I think no. What was the book that I read? Was it? Are you sure? Let's see.
I don't know.
I'm not sure about the story behind it, but I agree.
So-
I think that is probably the closest thing
Sorry.
to Heat.
Okay,
There,
so one of the reasons I like The Town so much is that I read a book called Prince of Thieves, like way back when. I found it on like a discount shelf. It was a hardback for like $4. I bought it. It's a dude named Chuck Hogan, who I also like a lot. I read it like 4 times. It's amazing, right? And so one day I'm like in the theater, and this trailer comes on, and it's for this movie called The Town, and it doesn't say anything at all about this book. And I was like, why do I feel like I've already seen this movie? And then literally I go home and I start reading that book again, like really soon after that. And it just starts to click. And I was like, oh my God, is this movie about this book? And so I like Googled it or whatever. And I find out that yes, it's Prince of Thieves. They just called it The Town. And so I already knew I was going to like it before I watched it. So when I watched it, the fact that they executed it well, it is incredibly accurate to the book. Like if you like the movie, the book is just a better version of it. It is the same fucking story. And it's all the same cool shit happens in it, but like more. Like it's yeah. And when I saw that they picked that one girl for it, I was like into it because I thought she was perfect for that character. Ben Affleck's perfect for it. Jeremy Renner's perfect for that shit. Like that book is amazing, dude. Prince of Thieves is an awesome book.
Interesting.
That's cool.
That's
Gotta
cool,
do that.
man.
Yeah, it's a
Good
good movie.
info.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember really liking it.
Yeah, same.
Chris, you watch anything this past week?
I started a 4-hour and something
Good
minute
grief.
Damn, dude.
movie. I made it almost halfway, and I was like, "Oh shit, I need to watch the podcast movie." So, Until the End of the World. It's a
Oh yeah,
Josh knows his name. Wim
Vim Vendors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an artsy whatever.
Oh yeah, I watched it. This is a dystopian movie. So
Yeah.
William Hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love. Well, go ahead. Sorry.
It's odd. It's weird. It's another like people don't really make rational decisions or do rational things. It's kind of just it's basically a story of a chick who just kind of does what she wants. She meets up with these like bank robbers, and then she's like somebody steals money from her, so she tries to go track down that guy, but she's kind of in love with like it doesn't make a lot of sense, at least yet.
That sounds like a lot.
Huh.
I do want to finish it. Like I was still kind of like on the fence of whether I was really liking it or not, but I got like an hour and a half or something into it, and I still want to watch it.
Okay.
Man, that's what happened to me. Is I watched it. It took me a couple weeks, and I finished the first movie, and I was kind of like, whatever. And then I watched the second one. It was pretty good. I really related to Sam Neill's character a lot, just sort of as like a bystander, and he's sort of in his own little world, and then sort of forced out of it. But it's a cool movie. It was cool. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again.
Oh.
I mean,
It's
4 hours.
it's interesting. So yeah, I'll try to hopefully I'll try to pick it back up and finish it.
Interesting. Let me know if you finish it. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, it's like it's like shot really well. It looks cool, and
think it's Robbie Mueller. That's the guy. He shoots Jarmusch's, well, especially all of his early movies. Randy, you had something you were gonna say?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to just not interrupt you again.
Yep.
Have anybody heard about The Bondsman? Is that any good? Kevin Bacon? I like Kevin Bacon, so
I watched the first episode. Yeah, it was okay.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say that it was really anything anybody needs to rush to watch.
No, I was just curious because I like Kevin Bacon.
I do too, man.
Enemy of the State. I started watching that the other night,
Hmm.
and I had to turn it off so I can go to bed. So I'm gonna probably finish that tonight. Dude, I'm like on a Gene Hackman fucking rock and roll now because,
Man.
dude, that guy's awesome.
The
And then last thing, and I'll shut the fuck up. Just got an email. We hit 1 million views. Let's go.
Hey,
that's
congrats.
awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you.
It's incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So we'll see
Well-
if we can keep that momentum going.
Yeah. You're only getting bigger, man. That's
That's
dope.
what she said. Let's go. Got one.
And that's the end of the podcast. Bye, guys.